I'm going to fly this Drake Corsair because the other comment in my previous video asked me to check out the Corsair. They have restored the glory for the Corsair, or have they? What happened to the Corsair is the pilots can control the 4 guns in the front. Now, I checked the changelog on the Ship Performance Viewer website. Here is what I found out, because I want to see exactly what has changed with the Corsair except the guns. Here is very important. The pilot burst DPS has been reduced from 8,196 to only 6,664. It's a 19% nerf. What's going on here? Let's go check it out. Okay, I'm gonna fire my guns. Oh, nice. Yes, 4 guns can be fired by the pilot. Now, you have to extend the configuration in order to fire the 2 size 4s on the wings. So let's take off. Alright, I finally figured out what happened to the Corsair. So that's how they nerfed it, even though the pilot can control 6 guns now. But they changed the front gun from M7A to M6A. So instead of 4 size 5 cannons, we now have 4 size 4 guns. However, on the wings, they changed from M6A to M7A. So these are size 5 guns. I think they are size 5 guns. Okay. Oh, actually, no. They didn't change the wings gun either. The gun on the wings are still M6A cannons. So now, instead of 4 size 5 and 2 size 4, the Corsair now have only 6 size 4 guns. M6A and... oh, wait. M7A. What is going on? This is a little weird. So that gun is M7A, but the gun on the bottom of the wing is M6A. What? Okay, let's see if I can attach this one here. Can I? Oh, I can. Okay, so you have the option to equip for the wings gun. You can equip 2 size 5, but for the nose, I don't think so. This is a little messed up here. I'm confused. Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't think so. Yes, it's red. So on the nose, you cannot equip size 5 guns. The nose, 4 size 4. That's it. But on the wings, you can equip 2 size 5. But the bottom gun, by default, is a size 4 gun. So I'm a little confused here. Now, I figured it out. So the Corsair has 4 size 4s on the nose and 2 size 5 on the wings. So basically, the 2 size 5 guns on the Corsair got nerfed to a 2 size 4. So that's why even the Corsair, the pilot, can control all 6 guns, but you lose a lot of DPS. So I'm not sure that's a buff. To me, it's more like a nerf. Okay, testing tier 0 item recovery. Let's go shoot some guys. So in conclusion, here are the math for the Drake Corsair. In the current PU, when the pilot can only control 2 size 5 and 2 size 4s, the total pilot DPS is 3,053. And now in the 4.1 PTU patch, because the pilot can control 4 size 4 and 2 size 5, so the total DPS for the pilot is a buff, which is 3,884, which is also the total DPS for the ship, not including the turret gunners. But for the previous Drake Corsair, which is in the current PU, if we put all the guns on the ship, that total DPS is 4,359. So is it really a nerf or is a buff? If you're flying the Drake Corsair solo, you can say this is a buff because your total DPS increased from 3,054 to 3,884. You have more than 100 DPS buff just for the pilot alone, but you lose the total DPS for the ship. Now, compare the Drake Corsair with the Constellation with 4 M7A cannons. So 4 size 5 on the Connie, total DPS is 3,314. But right now, the Drake Corsair total DPS, 4 size 4 and 2 size 5 is 3,884. So the pilot DPS for the Drake Corsair is now higher than the Constellation. So that's the math. I will have to leave it to you to decide whether this is a buff or this is a nerf. One of the viewers asked me in my previous video what setup I use for my laptop PC. So here it is. My laptop PC is a MSI. It's a 13th generation Intel Core i9 13900 2.6 Hz. The RAM I have 32 GB. I also use a 2 TB SSD with a RTX 4080 GPU.